This is my everyday kitchen pantry. And about 5 months ago, I finally got around to cleaning it all out and getting it organized. Amazingly, it is still looking really quite good. Back in July, however, it definitely did not look like this. So let me take you back and show you how I went from this mess to this in what really was just a couple hours of work. I think it's been probably a year and a half since I did anything with this pantry. So yeah, it's definitely just become a hodgepodge of where can I shove this? So up in this top shelf was supposed to be like, and there is, it's teas and coffees kind of back up there, but like I've got coffee here, I've got coffee here and back there. Yeah. This one is supposed to be like canned goods, pastas, rice, beans, which again, a lot of it is still, it's just gotten really messy. This is, yeah. I mean, it's all like canned goods, but they're not where they're supposed to be anymore. And then I've got all of this dried fruit back here. This baking shelf, yeah, it needs some help. And then I think I have a bunch of onions sprouting down there. And there's some brown sugar and oil. And then I also have some things out here that really kind of need to go into the thing, like oil and pectin and these peppers. Yeah. Basically what I have to do is pull everything out, and hopefully there shouldn't be too much like expired stuff, because like I said, I did this about a year and a half ago and I did throw away a lot of expired stuff then. I still think it's just easiest to pull everything out and then put it back in. But I always think to myself, should I have? I don't need to have this conversation with you guys. You don't want to hear this, my thought processes, because they're pretty convoluted. Ugh. I really don't want to do this right now. Let's do one shelf. Let's do one shelf, see how far we get, and go from there. All right, we don't drink tea very much. In fact, I would say I drink maybe 20 cups of tea a year, if that. That's probably overstating it. I don't know why we have so much tea. I would like to get down to a single thing. Okay, I feel good about that. And then this is other kinds of drinks. Now, coffee. This guy, oh, look at that. Beautiful. All right, then we have a cracker and whatever these are, granola bar box. All right, and that still gives me room for some extra crackers, and got rid of 3 more boxes. So what is left up here is a whole bunch of spices, hot sauces, spice rubs. There's a bunch of like chili powders and chilies up here, dried chilies. It's fairly well organized. The problem is like I'm up on a stool right now, so I can't see in here just from the ground, and like I don't know, well, I don't like getting up here to get things. Yeah, we have a lot of spices. We need to stop buying spice rubs for sure. So I like the box idea, but so if I repurposed this guy, it would be super helpful to have another shelf like right here. Because this is really tall actually up here. Like maybe it would be set back a little bit because it would be hard because this comes down so far. It would also be nice as if these were like pull-out drawers. I don't know how much that would be helpful, but okay, anyway. All right, that is better. Don't we think? Obviously, I didn't go through that. It's all pretty much organized up there, but this helps a lot, except that I want it to be facing this way. All right, next shelf. Never find breadcrumbs when we're looking for them, so that would be nice to have there. Okay, now one of the other problems we have is we tend to, well, we put our like snacky type stuff like these, which if you've never had these, you should definitely try them. They are amazing. They're amazing. Above the microwave. But that cupboard gets really hot because it's above the stove and the oven gets really hot. So, and we use our stove and our oven all the time. So that cupboard gets super hot, which when you put chocolate there, it doesn't do any favors for it. So I'd prefer to have that kind of stuff have a place in these shelves and maybe move some of the things in these shelves up there. All right, so it's this cupboard here. This stuff works okay up there. And chips. But we're trying not to eat chips nearly as often as we used to. But granola bars and crackers would be okay up here. All right, so I decided crackers and granola bars, the dried meats, so these guys, and beef jerky. And then if we do get bags of chips, they can still be piled up there. And then on this side, I put dried fruit, because I think that's a good place for dried fruit. And I think I'll see it more often too. So then over here, allowed me to put the chocolate snacks up here and cereals here, which opens up this space down here, which is where we normally have all of our, I think it's probably too tall for that shelf. Just one side. That helps with that significantly. And I can bring up jars of tomato sauce to put here, because that should be what is there. All right, it's been 2 days. I did not get back to this. So, it just so happens to be really hot outside today, and still at, what time is it, 7:30? 7:43. It is still super hot out. I think it's still 89. And so I don't really want to be out in the garden, which was my excuse the last 2 nights. Actually, no, that's not true. Sunday night, I just didn't want to do it. So, 2 shelves left. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to take everything out and go from there. But now we have this mess. Okay. This is indeed, that is not hot sauce. Hot sauce, hot sauce, hot sauce. We have 2 of those. This bummer about this particular thingamabobber here is that I can't fit things two by two. Let's see. Like these. All right, we also have pantry storage out in the garage, which is really where like extras of everything are supposed to go. So that will go there. This is kind of hot sauce, kind of Asian, but we'll call it hot sauce. All right. Okay, this is wonderful that I have all this extra room. I'm not sure why I have all this extra room. And I might need to put some of the stuff that is down in that mess up here, but it would be nice to have a place to put some canned goods from downstairs that we're not quite ready to open, but we know we're going to soon. Okay, so these should probably go in the freezer. I don't actually even know why I have them. Oh, I wonder how old this is. Does sweetened condensed milk not have a expiration? Seriously, does it not? End of can. Yeah, there is no date on this. I don't think it's that old though. June, I don't know if you can see that. 2021. I'm not sure why I didn't throw these away last time I cleaned out the thing here. I keep meaning to make homemade root beer. It was something that growing up in Alaska, we pretty much never had soda, like store-bought soda, unless we went to a restaurant. But Dad would make homemade root beer with yeast. So like, you know, not the kind that you can do now where you can shoot carbonation into things. You actually make it with yeast. And I don't know, I saw this once and I was like, oh, that would be fun to make. I just haven't done it yet. Maybe we should do that together someday. That'd be kind of fun. Okay. All right, and then on this bottom shelf here, we have, this is just used frying oil that I keep. Our onions are here, which these are all onions from the garden. Potatoes, I have a very horrible, sad looking sweet potato in here that needs to go in the garbage. I usually keep potatoes in here, but right now I have my harvest all downstairs, and I think we'll just go down there and grab what we need when we need it. So I could actually put something else in this basket now. All right, we're going to fill up the powdered sugar and figure out how to make this not rock solid. I think you put a piece of apple, or I don't know. I'll look it up. Here it all is, looking so much better than it did. Especially this shelf. This one is still, this top one, where's my finger? This top one is still not ideal, but I think until I get some kind of a shelf, second shelf in there, there's not really going to be a way to make it more ideal. Let's go take a look at the storage that we have out here in the garage, which we actually did just go through the other day as well. I have more coffee. But this could stay out here. So yeah, we just have extra things, like actually I could bring this in because I don't have one of those inside. But like you saw, I already have a mayo in there. We have all kinds of liquid aminos. So this is just the kind of stuff we keep out here. So I'm gonna go grab the other things that I just pulled out of that pantry, put them here, and we will be done.